What up, folks? Wait for some people to get up in here. If they coming, we just chilling. You see in the title, Happy Mother's Day to all the moms. You feel me? Very important. All these holidays they made up. You already know. It's like a lot of added stress. At least that's what I get from it. You know? I get like I don't know why days like this. Mother's Day does stress me out because you got to check all the boxes. You know what I'm saying? Like you got hit mom, grandmas if you got 'em, you know what I'm saying? The mom of your children, everybody, man. It's crazy. But I hope y'all doing good. I hope you did something fun for real, for real. I'm trying to think. What I do? It's just kind of a busy weekend. Busy but not busy, if that makes any sense. So looked after a baby this weekend. Little baby. Man. If I ever thought one more, it's out now. That's it. I'm not with it at all. I'm trying to see something. And we, as y'all see, we got confirmation. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna say rest in peace to Kevin Samuels, because that's I'm not gonna sit up here and bash and like I said, I don't want to speculate and be like, well, I think this and I think that, because doesn't matter. He ain't here no more. The overall is, you know what I'm saying? Rest up, G. You know what I'm saying? Hope it's better where you're going. That's real. But everybody on that hate and shit, I'm like, damn, nobody believes in karma. Like nobody. Because I'm like, I can't just sit up there and talk crazy like that because I know it's going to come back. I try to keep things clean because I feel like now, just with me thinking like that, more things just come back quick. And as y'all see, Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? He dropped. I ain't heard it yet. I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna do a reaction for it because, Kendrick. Come on, this is his first song back. Let's check it out together. You know what I'm saying? I would do it right here, but I feel like they'll probably block me or, YouTube be on what YouTube be on, whatever. I feel like my stuff's kind of choppy. My internet gets weird tonight. Is that my experience alone, or is that like that's an everybody thing? Let me know. No Black Girl Magic Cup tonight. Sorry, guys, but it's still love there. So I'm not gonna lie. I thought I'd be jumping through the wall with some new Kendrick. I thought I'd be like, "Yo, Kendrick," but not so much. I'm like, I'll get to it. I'll get to it when I get to it. If I get to it. No, I'm playing. I'm not, because I just said I'm gonna listen to it. See, line already. But Jack Harlow is trash, dog. Let's talk about that. Cause Kendrick gonna be what it is. I don't really care about the single. Like I care, but I don't care. Not saying he doesn't, cause he usually comes with it. He had what? All right. I always think of that one. Bitch don't kill my vibe. He's had more. We're not gonna do all that. The whole Black Panther soundtrack was like a commercial soundtrack single thing. So you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that Jack Harlow, dog, that was trash. That was one of the worst albums. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna break it down. I'm not just gonna say it was trash and move on. No. I listened to it and real talk before the last three songs. I was like, turn this off, please. Cause like I'm getting irritated. This shit making my teeth itch. This shit is making me so angry. Because it's the same. You remember when they got on Drake? Everybody got on Drake after Views. They were like, he says, no, he says it. He doesn't say, Who says, Somebody says that. Master P. But he says, yeah, yeah, yeah. Over and over and over. You know what I'm saying? He'll just be like, yeah, yeah. And they did like a compilation of it. And when you heard it, it was kind of like irritating because you noticed it. You were like, oh, he does do that all the time. It was like, but now that's like, I feel like that's he figured out a way. That's like his signature on the record. It's like, Yeah, you know he's coming in. But Jack Harlow was dropping it. I can't explain it, but it was the same thing over and over. And then the biggest flaw, because he can rap. I said it. He can rap really, really good. But, dog, the content. He ain't got the life experience. He ain't got the content to make it worth, you know what I'm saying, sitting through. And that's not a diss. I think a lot of people are going to take that as like a diss. Like, yo, why are you talking shit? Like, no, it's like he got to, I don't know. I'm trying to explain it. I'm trying to get into it, but let me see. Let me break it down even further. Okay, like this. When Jay-Z came with Reasonable Doubt as his first album, dog, he had lived so much. That is to this day an interesting listen. Same with like Illmatic. Illmatic is still a very interesting. Like when we were buying CDs, it's back in the day, kids. We were buying little discs and putting them in things that they skipped and the whole thing. But when we were doing that, I bought Illmatic. Dog. I would say double digits. I'm not going to get specific, but I bought it many, many times. And now I don't even listen to it. You see, and that's humans. That's us as a whole. You get what you can't even imagine, and then you get used to shit, right? And don't get it twisted. I'll listen to Illmatic. I'll listen to Nas like here and there, but for how many times I bought that and how much I played it in my whip back in the day, to have just unlimited access, and I think about that with a lot of stuff. I was listening to the other night, what was that? Boys to Men, dog. Boys to Men with the big ass 2 on the on the thing, and I really sat there and asked my wife. I was like, yo, why did Boys to Men's run in? Nobody really has answers for shit like that. I get it. Everybody got their time. But why? Like, they were still dope. Is it just the style and everything fades out? Probably. That's just my guess. Like, you know, like with Eminem. And see, I'm not I'm not trying to get risky with it, because Eminem is dope. But let's be real. Eminem right now is not Eminem of the Marshall Mathers LP or nothing crazy like that. Like, everybody has this, but he stayed Eminem. It's just, I don't know. Did people get sick of that kind of rapping? And it's more for a niche group? I don't know. And somebody told me, not even somebody, it was my wife, dog. I'm gonna put her on blast. She was like, yo, they played Lose Yourself in the club. I said, what kind of sick ass club is this? She's like, no, for real. Like, they would blend it. I can't imagine being in a club trying to kick it, and then it's like, lose yourself with it. What? It's weird enough. I don't know if they do this everywhere, and y'all can tell me where y'all at if they do it. Like, at the end of our club, they would do what is that shit? Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying? Man in the mirror, oh yeah. Like, after you did all this foul shit, you probably took drugs in the bathroom, you just been on nonsense. It's like, and you need to change your ways. Damn. That was always cold-blooded. They put that on right before they kick you into the street. Like, now go fly. It's like, damn, dog, I shouldn't even drive. Oh, man, I swear, today was the day of fucking deep convos. You never know when it's going to be the day for that. When it's just going to be, yo, let's get real. Because shit was real. And I don't know. What do y'all think about? I know everybody got issues. Everybody got problems. But how public do y'all get with that? How public does anyone out there get with that? Like, I feel like I'm never going to get on here and be like, yo, this person by name that I know, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I had talked to a homeboy when I first started the channel, and I was like, yo, if I mention you, he's like, my whole thing is, bro, just don't say no shit you wouldn't say to me directly. And I'm like, that's fair. That's fair, dog. Like, and that's with anything. I try to do that on here. I'm not. Some people get online and create characters and they turn into whole other people and shit. And that's cool. People be entertained. I know it can keep people, but at the same time, dog, you gotta walk in these streets. So everything you say, everything you do, you are still accountable. And a lot of people don't want to live like that. Too many people want to be like, oh, it's just an acting as a character. Yeah, but that's why you getting your ass beat in real life. You feel me? It's hard, but it's easy as hell to separate the two. You know what I'm saying? As far as people be like, no, this is a digital world and real world. You might as well, at this point, you might as well make that one. Ain't no way you can sit up here and do whatever you want online and then in real life you just go about your shit. Yo, where I'm from, we had this person online, dog. They got like a cartoon character. Damn, I can't remember. But they made up a whole name, whole character, and were stirring up shit for real in the city. And they were hidden behind like this, like a baby's kid character, like some shit. But in the city, they were saying some real live, like, everybody knows this is true, this is real. But then behind the scenes, I guess the guy connected. They're like, we know who you are and all this. Like, that's just funny business, man. I couldn't live like that. Ugh, excuse me. But yeah, I couldn't live like that, dog. Like, if I'm gonna show my face, especially if I'm gonna be out here, you gotta stand on this shit. Too many people do the internet. Too many people do rap. Too many people do things where they can. Damn, dog. Jay-Z said that shit perfect. He's like, these motherfuckers get an ounce of cannabis and just watch how crazy they get. Like, people be getting off their shit, getting off whatever they get off, and then turning into whole other people, whole other characters. It's like, dog, okay. and it's up to you to let them have that. But I forgot what I was gonna ask. That's real talk. I know a lot of people are watching the playoffs. I'm not even with it. I'll be there for the finals. I'm always there for the finals for the most part, no matter who's there. I don't have to be the most engaged. I'm gonna be real. Lakers, y'all hurt me. Y'all hurt the boy bad. For real. Like, damn. I thought we'd do more than we did. I didn't honestly think we were gonna win it all. I thought that was a possibility. But then once you saw what was going on, you realized that's not even on the table. Like, will we even get in the playoffs type shit? And it just went crazy. But then I see Russell Westbrook or whatever. He's at the Met Gala. I'm like, yo, he took so much effort and pride in getting all his skirt and his outfit together and shit. It's like, but he's just having a bad year. It's like, no, I think people choose to focus on what they choose to focus on. For some reason, he wants to break into the fashion industry so bad. Like, for real. Russell Westbrook, you remember when Kobe did that other shit? When Kobe was sitting there with the big ass hat and looking like Pinocchio and all that shit. Like, it's like he wants to do the same thing. It's like, dog, let that shit go. Focus on the court. That's the thing. I just got done watching Winning Time on HBO. That's probably the best cast show I've ever seen in my life. Adrian, I think his name's Brody. Dawg, that motherfucker's Pat Riley. The dude who plays Magic Johnson, how are y'all not like twins? He look like everybody's on their shit. And I didn't like Wood Harris's role though. Wood Harris, dawg. After all the greatness he's done on HBO, but I know he had to accept that part. It's not a thing of they put a gun to that nigga head and was like, yo, you gonna be a fiend. And I feel like he's good enough, but just seeing him in that light was cringy. It was uncomfortable. It was like, bro, I don't want to see you like this. It's like he just sweat the whole show. The whole show, it was like belly. That nigga was glistening. You know what I'm saying? That's what was making me uncomfortable. And then his outlook. And I know these are based on real people, so if the real person is still alive, I know you were dealing with that. Shout out to you. I hope it got better. But just watching it, it's like, damn, dog. Why are you going? Because he kept being like, I'm not going to be shit. I'll never be shit. I'm like, yo, you're on the motherfucking Lakers. What are you talking about? You've already made it way further than, nigga, everybody for the most part. And you got low self-esteem. People are a fucking trip. But I'll tell you this. I would like if YouTube wouldn't be weird, dog, because you know they be on some funny business. I would love to get on here on when the shit drops, when Kendrick drops, and listen to it as a fan. But we'll see if that happens. We'll see. We'll see. I still don't get this live shit. I'm gonna keep it real. As far as I get it, like you hit live. I'm live right now. Whoever comes in, we chat and we whatever. People in and out. I see a couple people like boop boop in and out. This nigga boring. This nigga. But I guess I don't get it as far as like, I don't know. That's a thought in my head for behind the scenes, because I'm like, am I supposed to like? Do the tags on this shit matter? I don't know. And again, checking boxes, dog. It's like, I don't know. So if you look at this like this, and this be crazy, is this like baby live TV? Because so many people be like, you're on live. You know how people, maybe that was just back in the day before we had YouTube and we were all on this shit all the time and whoever wants to see you could see you. But I don't get what's scary about live TV at all. Also, I'm sick of people talking about what they're going to do and not doing nothing. Does that bother anybody else? Like, I feel like today, like, amongst certain things, I was sitting amongst people's like ideas. Like I was just listening to a lot of ideas and plans, and it just, I'm like, yeah, but are you gonna do that shit though? That's what it always comes down to. It's like, but are you gonna do that shit though? Because then otherwise, damn dog, we're just talking. We could just be talking about anything, literally. Like we don't have to talk about this fiction. We could talk about a good book that's already written of fiction, you know? But you're sitting here holding it down with, yeah, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that. And especially when you know, okay, it's different, right? If you're listening to that from like a hopeful kid, totally different. When I'm sitting amongst, I want to hear that shit from people that are younger and people that have that energy, that haven't shown, that don't have a track record yet, right? So you want that from someone who you're like, yeah, I hope you keep that same energy your whole life. I hope you stay upbeat. I hope you move through the bad shit and all that. But niggas deep in the game, bro, who is like, I can't see you making a turn for the better. We got to be honest about that. A lot of people aren't honest enough about that. I cannot see you making a turn for the better. What happens when that's what the fuck is going on? For real. I'm getting more and more real about that. I think that's the biggest way that I'm evolving. You know what I'm saying? That's because I could be real. I'm a fucking sitcom junkie, dog. Because that's how I grew up. You know what I'm saying? The 90s, TGI Fridays, Mom's ordering pizza. We're about to watch these shows. Urkel was the motherfucking man. So even though that's not how my life turned out, you know what I'm saying, at all, my shit didn't get wrapped up in 30 minutes and this and that. I love that environment of what they showed us. Like, this is what life could be, even though that shit was false as fuck. But I don't know. Anyway, the reason I say that is I think that thought of wanting that to even be a part of my real life, as far as like creating environment, like even with my kids, I try to create an environment of like, I don't want y'all to have to this, but some of that shit, they need the same dirt on them. You know what I'm saying? They need the same dirt on them. They need the same scars. They need, you know, they need some of that rather than just air conditioning and chilling all fucking day. It builds people. I got way off, but let me circle back around. Y'all get to just see me be here in my head with all the conversations. But yeah, I'll circle back around, back to people with track records, dog. So, and I'm guilty, but You gotta make an extreme fucking turn once you've. All right, dog. You gotta turn these ideas into some real life by the time you hit 20 fucking 5. Some of this shit gotta be going on. It can't just be you. I'm gonna. And that's what I feel like I get caught up in that too much when I'm around certain people. I'm sitting there listening to them like, yo, I'm finna do this, and they be passionate. Like, you don't know how many motherfuckers sit around me and talk about YouTube like it's making the league. That shit crazy. I'm like, yo, you got a phone? You got this, get on the shit. Yo, I'm gonna. You're gonna? Then why did you just waste all this fucking time? That shit be frustrating, dog. For real. Because it's like, I'm down to hear you lay it out, but you gotta do something, man. That's the biggest issue. And by track records and older people versus younger people in that way, nigga, if we've been talking about the restaurant you gonna open, dog, for the past 20 years, dog, and you still ain't bought a hot plate, what are we doing? God damn. Shout out to A. Whitaker in the chat. What's up? How you doing? Is that hands up because you agree? Or what is that? I'm gonna take that as you agree. But man, it just gets frustrating because, like, I swear I sat around all day today, and a lot of people were like, what up? How you doing? But hey, have you heard the new Kendrick yet? You on that? Is it good? They're talking about him being OJ. Is it worth a check out? Let's see. Not yet? No? Dog. But I guess the overall is, and maybe they'll respond later. A. Whitaker. No. It's cool to, like, actually kind of interact with people who I fuck with in the comments and stuff, so shout out to you. But yeah, man, that's just not what I'm trying to do. And so steer clear. But I'm saying that, and it's weird because okay, we'll go on a whole nother thing. So I've wanted to go to Morehouse forever, just because, I don't know, I think I saw a movie or some old shit happen. So I've been thinking about that a lot lately, but I want to go there to, like, not just say I went there. I want to, like, really build connections and all this other shit. Like, but I've done the school thing. It's the same fucking thing in a different name. So I get that. I'm not stupid. It's just, it nags at me sometimes because it's like, yo, I just want to, you know what I'm saying, finish it out and do all that. But who am I doing it for? And it always goes back to that shit. It always goes back to, I still kind of want to, hey, grandma, I'm graduating and this and that. I feel like I owe people. I'm going to keep it real. If I look at my life, I'm like, I don't know. Shouldn't beat yourself up over your 20s. You really shouldn't. And that's advice to people in their 20s if they ever hear this. Don't sweat it. It happens. All of it. You know what I'm talking about once you go through it. You know what I'm saying? But because I feel like I've spent way too much time kicking my own ass for, like, just being fucking young, just being, trying to figure it out. You're not being anything. You're trying to figure it out, you know? And that's why the student loan, the forgiveness of the debt and stuff, I was talking to my homie who's, like, way more responsible than me, and I was like, what do you think about it? And he's just like, whatever, man, let people have it. I was like, that's cool of you to think that, because I know you're good, but shit. People made decisions early that you got to pay for, like, forever. I heard a story of somebody's debt running up so crazy high just off interest and all this other shit. I'm like, man, it's not right. And people never gonna do those jobs, never gonna see the money. So yeah, the more I feel like the more I'm living, the more I'm fucking figuring out there's an angle in the whole shit. There's a scam in the whole shit. You got to figure out how to make it work for you in so many ways. Like even YouTube, they talk about the algorithm, You know what I'm saying? They're like, you gotta get on the algorithm. Like, in my understanding of it, and if anyone can ever tell me what it really, like, how it works, because I even went through a coding boot camp and they tried to break it down, and I'm like, the best way I think of it is like a wave. You know, like you're going out surfing every day trying to catch the biggest wave. I don't know. That's what it seems like to me, because even when people talk about it on here, like it just seems like they catch a break and then boop, that's what happens. So I don't know, but fucking, oh my god, I got on here real talk just because, number one, I wanted to see what was up with y'all. I know the reactions are like slow coming. I'm trying to tell you, dog, it kills me when I get it all the way through editing and they're like blocked, and then I'm like, fuck, and then I'd be forgetting about them sometimes, and then it's like, oh, premiering now, and I'm like, that's the thing about, I can't wait till YouTube gets their shit all the way together to where they're like, yo, you can play music however you want, from whoever you want, whenever you want, and it's not an issue. And I think, is there any platforms like that now? I'd be interested as fuck to check those out, like for real. I'd be totally into that, to check that out, because I'm like, that's the biggest thing about YouTube that irritates the fuck out of me. It's like all these fucking rules when it comes to music. When it comes to what you can say, when it comes to what you can talk about. I mean, it's a cool platform. I fuck with it. But if there's somewhere I could go and we could chill and just play music however we want, and nobody's tripping and copyright and all this other bullshit, and the artists still get broke off, because I don't want to rob artists. I fuck with music. But it just be a lot. So if you wonder why the reactions are ever like, man, it's just, dog, because it is, man. It's just like, I record it, edit it, upload it, and YouTube goes, get the fuck out of here. Sometimes I think they've done it for good, like just a handful of times. Most of the time, like their flow is they're gonna let me put it out in a couple days. And y'all let me know. Let me see. For you when you're ready, bro. That's what's up. Always down for some Prince. It just be taking a while, yo, putting it together. That's why I started messing with the live thing, because I'm like, I still want to interact. I still want to, you know what I'm saying, be active and involved with my channel. So I'm trying to figure it out, but the reactions ain't stopping. Is there anything in particular you'd like to see? Let's see about that. I'm always down. I say the request. I'm like a dog who's like, oh, I'm going towards this button, and then veer off to something. That's how it goes. But I swear I get to it. I think I've done a couple people's requests. So don't ever think I'm just like ignoring you, or it's not that. It's really, I'm really just figuring all this shit out as I go, if you can't tell. So, and that's a beautiful thing in my eyes. Like, at least I'm still kind of challenging myself, you know what I'm saying? Because that's another thing in the people with their track records and all that. How you think you about to change your whole shit? You don't even challenge yourself with something. And I think that's an even more irritating thing, dog, than people saying what they're going to do and not doing it. I'm old. I'm old too. That's how I feel. You feel me? I feel like I'm old as shit. But I know it's ridiculous. You're as old as you want to be. I said, I got a big old gray hair. It popped out. I was going through some shit. It went boop, like Pinocchio nose. I was like, fuck it. We're leaving it. Because I saw a commercial of this dude. He was getting ready to go on Zoom, and he like brushed back his hair. He's like, shit, Grace, he ran. I don't know if you've seen it. It's like a, goddamn, whatever the Just for Men commercials, and he combed it in. I'm like, I'm not doing all that. Let it go out. Let it go. I'm going to let the dark go out how it goes out. Maybe it'll turn salt and pepper. Probably going to turn all white. I don't give a fuck. I'm getting older, getting wiser. It is what it is. I'm an adult. But, yeah. Anybody see that Canelo fight last night? I was trying to find the link. I'm gonna keep it real. Cause I'm gonna keep it real. I didn't know nothing about the other dude. Just seemed like a random. You know how in boxing they just pick people. A lot of times it's like whatever randoms. You know he's gonna knock him. So I'm like, and then DAZN got on their bullshit. Like DAZN used to be $20 and you're watching the fight. Now they're like, no, give us $20 so you can give us $60. Hell no, especially not for this fight. Are you out of your mind? But then I wound up missing the upset. I was like, damn. But I guess there was 2 upsets yesterday because the Kentucky Derby, some like cheap ass 30,000, and not to down the horse, but it was cheaper than the $1 million horses. Just popped in the race and won the whole Derby. That'd make me hot. If I've been investing and doing, and then all of a sudden somebody just hops up like, oh, let me go win this shit. It's wild. But that's the way it goes. I guess yesterday was the day for upsets. Who knows? Do you go into, let me ask you this too. Do you go into every week? I go into every week on some real hopeful shit. Like for real. Like right now, this is the most hopeful I'm going into my week. I'm ready. I'm ready for everything coming on Monday. Like, let's get to it. And then it's going to go how it's going to go from there for the most part. I can kind of feel the week. But then I don't know if y'all are into this shit, Mercury retrograde. The only reason I get into that stuff is because every time someone told me it's Mercury retrograde, I'd be like, that makes sense. Shit's all fucked up. Like for real, every time Mercury retrograde comes around, I feel like shit gets crazy. And usually it's some shit where I'm like, man, like why is this happening? And then I just blame it on Mercury retrograde. But I'm gonna do it different this time. I'm gonna go into it and say something unexpectedly good is gonna happen instead of some bullshit. So speaking of some bullshit, you want to hear a crazy? Listen to it. Fucking. I learned the power ads the other day. DL Hughley sold me an extended warranty on my car. Like he didn't personally do it, but just going picking up my kids. I'm listening and he's talking about all these benefits and do you want to pay for repair? I'm like, hell no. What is that? So I went home, really dialed the number. And the tricky part about it was this is where I thought it was some schemy weird shit. I'm not going to tell you the company, but if you connect it to DL, you'll see who he advertises for on his little radio show and shit. And I'm sorry, DL Hughley, because I just called your radio show, Lil. Are you familiar with Black Sheriff from Ghana? No, who's that? I totally forgot what I was just talking about. So if you ever want to hear the end, remind me. But who's that from Ghana? See, I got to get more worldly. Like, not just. And I said that about my son. I'm proud of him, man. He brought me some music, not in our. Hell yeah, go ahead. You got the email? Do I have my email out there? Here, let me put it in the chat. I'll type it. So, I don't know if shit's case sensitive or what. People have sent me stuff to this email, so I don't know if everybody has it or what. Shout out to everybody who sends stuff. Because I be looking at that shit. And I be appreciating all y'all's info, all y'all's help, all y'all's love, all that shit. Hope you're doing good always. There you go. Let's see. Show it. Okay. There you go. So anybody who wants the email, it's right here. Oh. Okay, cool. You know, eventually when we're doing the live stuff, like as it grows, as more people come, people talk about getting, what is that, mods? I don't even know. Is that just so like people can hold me down while I'm doing this so I don't have to watch? And what am I watching for? If somebody says something I don't like? I'm impressed with this guy and I'm not easily impressed. That's what's up. Good vibes only, man, like in real life. Oh my God, speaking of that, I don't know. Do y'all mess with any other YouTubers? I'm not going to call out names. I'm just asking that question overall. Because I've went to some YouTubers that I mess with their content, like just their videos, pre-recorded, and then I go to their live, and I'm like, people be way different. And I'm not saying, you know, I just try to, like, it is what it is. I am who I am. So, because like I said, you gotta stand on it in real life. Hopefully one day we'll run across each other. I don't want you being like, man, he's an asshole. I don't know. If I'm having a bad day and you run across me, just say, sweets hang out. And I'm gonna pep that shit. I'm gonna put it to the side. Because you got to show love to the fam. This could be the only time we meet. So that's different. Because sometimes, I'm not going to lie, I wake up on the wrong side of the bed sometimes. And it's like, fucking world got to deal with it. And I feel bad for it. I'm working on that. That's an area I'm definitely trying to improve. You know what I'm saying? But, and that's the thing. I was talking to somebody who's, I think, a little over 21 today, right? I was talking to hella people today, right? They're like, how many people is this nigga talking to? But like, I was just having a bunch of conversations. I'm talkative, you know, as you can see. But they were talking, I said, what do you think of retirement? And they said, for real, they don't think that's going to be around, like an option. Like, people aren't going to be retiring in 40 years. I don't think so either. I think people are just going to fall into what they do and just do it. Like, if I'm doing this in 40 years, I'm just doing this. It's not a big deal. Like, I hope it's going to get better. That's the goal. Keep improving things and, you know. Like, would it be cool as hell to still be doing reactions in 40 years? But I feel like I would have covered a lot of ground, hopefully. Maybe YouTube improves their thing and doesn't do what they're doing now. But, you know, that's to be seen. We'll see what's up. I don't know. But yeah, and then fucking, I don't know where y'all are at in the world or whatever. What's your weather like? Because I feel like something weird is going on. I don't know how to dress anymore. I just dress in layers because I feel like it's easier to like take off the hoodie, do stuff like that than to, I don't know. Trying to figure it out, because I swear the other day it started at 40, ended at 75. How do you plan for that? And it didn't say it in the forecast. It wasn't like, get ready for this shit to change. It was just like, no, it's gonna be, and then it just changed. And I was asking them, has it always been like this? Am I tripping? I know weather does its own thing, but goddamn. I'm gonna take the wife and we're gonna go see Doctor Strange. Anybody mess with that? She loves it. Like, that's her shit. She's like, I love Doctor Strange. I'm like, it's aight. It's cool. I'm not really impressed by any of the superhero movies except Batman. That's just me. I'm always gonna be that stone cold fan in that way. But like, I think Superman ain't been good since, what is dude's name? Is it Christopher Reeves? Like, his Supermans all time, those are the shit. With the people in the black leather, that was the one, not the two. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about with that. But the new Superman is trash. Superman vs. Batman wasn't good. The one, you know, they've never been that great. Everyone's like, you should have watched Smallville. That didn't look good. If you're a fan, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm shooting down your show, but I just couldn't get into it. I thought it was interesting. Somebody told me Superman's really the story of Jesus. And I was like, how? And he broke it down. He was like, yo, he falls and he does. I was like, what? I don't believe him. Because he was really trying to connect that shit to real life, the Bible. I was like, you're just a fan who's like overdose. And you've taken this way too far. Like, for real. He was the biggest Superman fan in the whole world. Shout out to you. You know who you are. If you ever run into this, shout out to you. Such a fan, dog. This motherfucker went and got like a movie level costume for Halloween. And I always remembered that. I was like, dog, why? And the truth of it was he was trying to win a contest at a but here's where it was ass backwards. So he paid all this money, right? Got the costume. Is movie level. He done paid racks for the costume. The grand prize is hundreds of dollars. What? And this is before clout. You know what I'm saying? This is before clout was even invented. So I was like, what are you doing it for? It was just, I don't know. He was kind of a backwards person. But we're not going to sit up here and talk about niggas like that. But you know who you are, bro. You still the homie. It is what it is. You know, one bad thing, I don't know if I'm the only one that does this too. When you leave jobs, do you take the friends from the jobs with you? Or is that out? Is it over? Because for me, when I'm done with the job, whatever little relationship we had, that shit's over. Like, I have no work relationships after the work is done. Am I weird for that? Okay, I'm lying about that. See, and I can call myself, and it wasn't just a head up lie. It was like, oh, I forgot. That's not true. I fuck with a couple people, and like we see each other, like, yeah, that's cool, but not like everybody. I'm not the person at the job like we're all family. I've never had a work wife. I just found out about that shit not that long ago. Real talk. I was like, work husband, work wife. What is it? Like, well, you spend most of your time around these people. So I was like, that's cheating, dog. In my eyes. Is that too far? Because I feel like, yeah, man, what's with all the role playing shit? Like, if you got a real one at home, like, I don't know, whatever, have your, whatever. Because I feel like just calling that out is like, that's a form of cheating. It's like, but I'm okay with us going to the strip club together. So it's like, you know, all these extremes. I'm totally okay with that. And thank God my wife's okay with that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, the strip club, that's the spot. We haven't been in a while. And I'll tell you why we haven't been in a while. Dog, shit's just too hot. I can't be going in there throwing shit and doing shit. It's crazy in these streets. I think the last one we went to together was Cheetahs in Vegas. And we both fell for a Jamaican dancer. Well, she said she was from Jamaica. And we still, to this day, we call her Little Jamaica. Like, like, man, remember Little Jamaica? But you know, if you've been to the strip clubs in Vegas, and correct me if I'm wrong, them shits is whack. Like, that wasn't the one to see Little Jamaica. I'd have rather seen Little Jamaica somewhere in the South or somewhere where we could have went a little wilder. Because I think it was, what was it? Was it even Tapas? I don't remember. You know, Vegas. It was weird. Vegas as a whole, not the people that live there, not like the residents who go to work and shit. I'm not talking about y'all. But Vegas, the city they sell to the world, very, very, very oversold. That's what I found out. And I loved Vegas. I used to love her. Straight up. Shout out to Common. Because I think, one year I went there, like, I don't know. We just kept going back. I don't know. I mean, but we went. One time we were like, yo, we should just get the kid and just stay here. I'm glad we didn't do that shit. Especially seeing a lot of the issues they have and have had since everything's gone down. Like, we made a good choice. But yeah. And then get this. We were there the weekend it opened back up. That shit was creepy. And I also saw how they lie on shit. And this is why I'm saying it's oversold. Because fucking we were there staying at the MGM. There was the first fight back from the pandemic. All this shit. No one was in the casino. Like, I got pictures. It was crazy. But we went by the guy, you know, the dude with the mic. And, hey, Bob, we're here for this and that. And all that. And we walked by a little bit. And then we saw that same person on TV. And he was like, yeah, and you know, it's back to a regular fight weekend and all that. And we're looking around like, where, my guy? We're the only ones in here. You're echoing and shit. It was just so weird. So, and I haven't been back since that. So yeah, that was 2020. So maybe it's a little more back to normal, but I highly doubt it. Like, for real. So that's why I say I loved her. I really loved Vegas about 2016. Yeah. Our first trip to Vegas, we met that nigga, the nigga who played Hakeem on Empire. I'll put up that picture. I'll bring that to the next live. That's it. And I always feel bad for that because I'm like, we met him. Look where his life is gone. Man, Brashear. And he's a nice dude. Straight up. I'm not saying nothing negative about him. Like, he offered to, like, he didn't offer shit. He was just like, come party. He was just like, hey, yeah, y'all come party with me. He didn't offer me a table, no shit, because I would have went. If he would have been like, yo, bottles on me, I would have went for that. But nice guy, crazy outcome to his career, whatever he's going through. And you already know about his brother, Juicy Smollier. You know what I'm saying? And what he's going through. Duh. He's got music and music videos, and I am tempted. I'm tempted. I don't want, it's so messed up. It's like an annoying gnat. It's like, because I don't want to give him attention. It's like, I don't want to do a reaction. I don't even want to acknowledge this shit because this whole thing just kind of pisses me off. But if y'all request it, then I gotta do what the requests are. You know what I'm saying? Then it's not on me. So, but yeah, I don't know. So tomorrow I'm thinking probably an earlier live. I keep doing it late because I like do everything, and then I'm like, oh, let's go live because I think everybody just be up and kicking it. Tomorrow we might try to do it like, I don't know, earlier evening. How about that? Let me know in the comments of this or whatever. Let me know if that'll work out better for people's schedules or what y'all want to do, whatever. But we'll try to do this over the week. I said, it was like somebody was like, yo, you need to make a schedule. I'm not doing that. Let's not do that. I'll be here multiple times a week. That's what I'm committing to with this channel. I will be here in some form multiple times a week. I think that's a deal. Because if I go, I'm going to be here every Monday at 3 o'clock, that's too fucking much. That's too much for me. For real. So, but I think I'm getting ready to slide, guys. I just really want to say what's up. Shout out to all the moms, whatever. And please, A. Whitaker, I'm going to be checking the email. And I'll tell you what I thought about whatever you send from the email. Appreciate you. And anybody else, you see the email, don't be a stranger to danger. Definitely pop in there with whatever. Because like I said, people send me stuff. I like songs, pictures of beautiful women, whatever, man. Advice on cologne. Whatever you want to put to the email, that email right there, do your thing. And we could talk about it on here and whatever. But as always, I appreciate everybody. Hope y'all did something fun. Love everybody. If you haven't, subscribe. Get on this channel. Tell people about it. Because we kicks it over here. You already know. But, yeah. Much love. And y'all gotta watch me shut it down. Get over here. Peace.